I'll have my presentation in English. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. In the short time that I have available, what I will try to prove, to claim, is that given that the two main problems that are recognized as core problems to the pension system are the issue of fairness and the issue of sustainability of the system, I will try to prove why the current pension reform that is currently applied in the country, that passed by the Parliament in May 2016, actually achieves both goals, the goal of sustainability, of long-term sustainability of the system, and the goal of fairness. The expansion of life expectancies was in the past one of humanity's main goals, which is currently becoming one of the core political problems. Across the developed world, populations are aging, and concerns over the long-term viability of social protection systems are becoming louder as the baby boomer generation has started to withdraw from the workforce. At the same time, the number of young workers replacing them gradually declines, as birth rates have fallen across most of the developed world in the years since the generational bulge of people born in the aftermath of the Second World War. Now, under these demographic developments, there are two core challenges for the pension systems in the developed world. First, people are living longer and they receive pensions for extended periods. Second, birth rates fall and the populations decrease. Thus, the labor force becomes smaller and the contributors to the pension system become fewer. Now, aging population is most crucial challenge to be addressed to the near future by the Greek pension system, but also by the Greek society. According to the recent projection by Eurostat, the population in Greece decreases from 10.8 million in 2016 to 7.7 million in 2070, while the number of pensioners increases from 2.6 million in 2016 to 2.9 million in 2050. So this is the case, these are the challenges that the Greek pension system, as many other systems in European area, has to face. The recent pension reform adopted by the Greek Parliament in May 2016 aimed, among other things, to address efficiently the impact of these demographic developments on the Greek pension system, and hopefully it seems to achieve it. According to the recent projections by the National Actuarial Authority, total pension expenditure is estimated to drop from 17.3% of GDP in 2016 to 12.9% of GDP in 2040. The average for the European area in 2040 is projected to be about 13%. So it seems that in 2040, due to the implementation of the new pension reform, the pension spending of the Greek system will be very close, a little bit lower than the European average. The recent pension reform attempted to address a number of problems that characterized the system, the previous system, the past system: financial imbalances, high fragmentation of the system, inequalities due to the different rules of contribution and benefits that used to apply, and of course a number of other repercussions of the crisis: high unemployment rates, lowering salaries, increasing non-standard employment, etc. Now, in general terms, and again due to the short time that I have available, the pension reform has two main principles: equality and social justice, and these principles are actually achieved by the following policies. First, integration of all public main funds into one, called EFKA, and one fund for auxiliary pensions, called ETAEP. Second, harmonization of all rules, the same rules for contributions and benefits applied to everybody, self-employed, wage earners, farmers, etc. Third, a reform of the pension structure. The main pension is consisted of the national pension, which is totally funded by the state budget and prevent from poverty and social exclusion, and the other component is the contributory defined benefit component, which is calculated according to the insured's contributions and career. Fourth, the fourth policy is that there has been a separation of the welfare benefits from the pension system. a means-tested benefit of 360 euros is provided for uninsured elderly persons. Healthcare services and their financing are also separated. The impact of the reform. It has been the most crucial reform of the pension system since 1932, when the main social insurance organization, ICA, was established. The new system ensures full equality. Uniform rules apply both for old and new insured persons, and all pensions are recalculated, even of those already retired, according to the new rules. It improves the redistributive characteristics of the system exactly because there is the component of the national pension. The system prevents poverty by ensuring a decent standard of living for every elderly, and what is most important is that it is accompanied with a major administrative reform. The integration of all public main pension funds into one brought over 8,500 people, staff together from a number of different funds. A number of IT systems are unified into one, and this integration achieves administrative efficiency and simplifies the procedure. In fiscal terms, the pension reform delivers net savings of approximately 2.8% of GDP by 2020. The first year of the operation of EFCA concluded with a positive financial result of over 700 million euros surplus against an estimation of deficit of over 700 million euros. So you see how even the first year of the operation of EFCA 2017, we had a positive differentiation of approximately 1 billion euros. A final impact is the fact that the harmonized rules speed up the award of pensions. There's still lots of work to be done there. There's still a great amount of arrears that need to be cleared up, but we have a very specific plan that we are positive that we will be able, by the end of 2018, to have cleared all pending applications. Now, there are challenges still in the system. The main challenge is that pensions in Greece act as a surrogate to other bits of social safety net, filling the vacuum created in other areas of expenditure as social spending. In Greece lags significantly behind the European average, namely healthcare, disability benefits, family benefits, housing benefits. So it is important that we do take steps to improve the composition of social spending so that pensions are no more the main component of the country's social safety net. There are challenges given the very high unemployment rates, among the highest in the European Union. The old age dependency ratio is expected to be doubled by 2060. However, it is imperative that the full accomplishment of the 2016 pension reform guarantees a decent level of benefits under the constraints posed by the level of economic growth together with the level of primary budget surpluses. So concluding, I should underline that according to the relevant projections and the specific design of the reform, the recent pension reform ensures the long-term financial sustainability of the system in Greece, along with social effectiveness. It guarantees a decent level of benefits, again, under the constraints posed by the level of economic growth. And according to the projections that we now have in our hands, we can safely claim to be responding efficiently to the aim to have a fair and balanced and sustainable system in the long term. Thank you very much for your attention.